Hey, everyone. This is Andy. I'm doing Jenga. This is probably not your first time here. If it is, hello. This is what I do. What? Every Monday through Friday? Every Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. I do this as a break because even though I'm at home and it's COVID-19, I am still fairly busy throughout my day, either writing for my blog, Laughing in Disbelief, doing little comedy shorts for this channel, getting ready for my morning show. So this is a break. And that's a chance for me to hang out with everyone, for us to enjoy each other's company. I got my third cup of coffee right here. I feel pretty good about my third cup of coffee. And Rush Limbaugh died. This is your first time. Typically, the conversation revolves around politics, economics, so we could talk about anything. You just gotta, I'm willing to go where the conversation goes. Pretty easy peasy, mac and cheesy like that. Just another day doing Jenga. That's my 80s rock song, Jenga. You can do Jenga. I don't know what you do with your spare time, but I like to sing songs like Cartman, the character from South Park. Everybody doing Jenga. I like to work on my Cartman voice. And I don't know why Cartman or the guys from South Park don't have an entire album out. Hey, this loss is so, I know. It breaks my heart. Imaginary God. It breaks my heart that such a titan, such a strong voice for democracy is no longer with us. The racist, stupidest, not stupidest, but stupidest. I mean, you can have racist, obviously, why you can't have stupidest. The king of the ditto heads, right? The king of the ditto heads. Drug addict, cursing out. He complains about drug addicts and drug addiction, and then he becomes an addict himself. That's a little bit of Justice Pie right there. Hey, Dirk, how you doing? We're mourning the loss of Rush Limbaugh. I don't know if you've heard. Oh, you were talking about that one. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, imaginary God. I know that your dad just passed. I just got the news about Rush Limbaugh 2 minutes ago. I didn't want to diminish what you're feeling and what you're going through. I'm really sorry that you're going to go through that, especially at this particular time. That does suck. Don't you were talking about you got some kind of issues about your mom too that you have to resolve about where she is going to be staying or where she's going after this? I thought you mentioned that a couple of days ago. I'm not sure. The world's better off without limbo to me. Oh, I agree. How you doing, Mr. Theo? Theoretically, yeah, the world is better off without limbo. I remember watching one of his shows. He had a TV show for a while. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it or lived through, you know, were alive when he was doing his TV show. And he was talking about how global warming isn't a problem. Just as the ice, he had a glass of water, just as the ice in a glass of water, when it melts, it doesn't go up. Global warming, even if things do go up, even if the temperature does go up and the ice caps melt, the water level's not going to rise. Man, what a jackass that guy was. I'm happy he's gone. I'm just, wishing, I just wish he was gone earlier. Yeah. I know. A buddy of mine, Daniel Fitzbennett, sent me, well, actually, my girlfriend first sent me a message saying, yay, the witch is dead, about Limbaugh. And then my buddy, Daniel Fitzbennett, who's been on the channel before, he sent me a message saying that Limbaugh was dead. And I'm like, maybe I should get a Limbaugh pinata and smash that celebration. They say you shouldn't speak ill of the dead, but I'm willing to break that taboo. Jenga. Blazing. Oh, yeah, dude. I know. I specifically, I don't know if you noticed this, but I specifically pick times that I don't think anyone else is around. Like I do an early morning. I do a show at 9 o'clock in the morning. Who the F else is streaming at 9 o'clock in the morning? I don't think anyone is. Or at least no one does what I do at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, does anyone stream now? And then when I do my late show at 10:30 at night on Sundays, I don't think anyone's streaming that late either. So I try to be, I try not to step on other people's toes. So I try being around very good. So imaginary God, in case you need, I'm sure there is some online support, in case you need to reach, besides you, of course, you're always welcome to hit me up. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. You're always welcome to hit me up if you need someone to lend an ear or to bend an ear to, I got a lot. I have time. I have time on my hands. And even if I didn't, I'm a caretaker, right? When you're a caretaker, you're a caretaker. That's just what you do. Yeah, I worked on a new comedy short today. As you are, I finished up that Lucian Greaves Satanic Panic video, and I dropped that maybe an hour ago. I did a new video. I did a new short video, which is I might drop it later on tonight, to tell you the truth, because I'm so happy with it. Happy with something? Yeah, occasionally I'm happy with my own work. Not all the time, not even most of the time, maybe, but there are times I'm happy with my own work. So I have a new comedy short that's probably going to be dropping. It's about a Christian, Christian prophet talking the wacky. So I'll probably be dropping that later on tonight. Hey. Well, I feel a lot better about today's start with the Jenga, because yesterday I blew through 2 towers really fast. And that I was not pleased with my own performance. Did you hear Trump's casino was, oh, I had no idea. I had no idea, Blazing, huh? Oh, you should put that on the video stream tomorrow. It has to be a video of his casino blowing out, being torn down. I'd like to see that. How can you mess up a casino? How can a person mess up running a casino? You would think it's the easiest job in the world, right? I mean, isn't the house always supposed to win? Isn't that how the saying goes? The house always wins when you're running the casino. You know, when you're in a casino. That's why I'm never in a casino. I was in Las Vegas twice, and the last time I was there, I spent maybe $5 in gambling. It wasn't even my $5. Yeah, you have to be the greatest moron in the world about losing money in a casino. Indeed. So yeah, I'm not a big gambler. I only feel like if I was competent, if I learned how to play blackjack properly or poker properly, then yeah, maybe I would go to it. There's a casino right up the street, actually. It opened up maybe a couple of years ago, maybe two years ago. There's a casino right up the street. But I've never been there. And I'm sure I will at some point. But like I said, if I'm not confident in the game I'm playing, and I won't play roulette. I won't play games that are just chance. You know, I want to feel like I can win the game. Oh, look at that, huh? Not bad. I hate casinos and gambling. Yep. I've been to Vegas twice, had horrible times. The 2 times I've been there, 2 times I've been to Vegas, did not have a pleasant time. Went once and thought it was a waste of money and resources. Well, you're right about that. I went for TAM, the amazing meeting. I actually still have, do I still have a t-shirt from TAM? I think I do. I still have a TAM t-shirt. Of course, that was run by the James Randi Association, the late, great James Randi. I was there once in 2016. Has it been 5 years already? Maybe 2015, to tell you the truth. So I went there for TAM, and then I went there again maybe about 4 years ago. Both times, miserable. I was miserable. But it's one of those places I feel like, I should be having, there's this idea that, you should be having fun in Vegas. It's like when I've been to Disney World. I've only been to Disney World a handful of times. And every single time I'm thinking, oh, maybe I should be happier here. Maybe I should be having a better time. But yeah. Probably the best time I have had in Disney World was when I was 13. I thought for comedy about making gamers versus gamblers video. Oh, that's interesting. There is a difference. I would say there is a difference between gamers and gamblers. I went to Disney World with my adopted parents when I was 13 years old, and I went on that It's a Small World After All, whatever that ride is, right? And they kept on pumping in the music through the whole ride. So I made up my own little lyrics to It's a Small, Small World. I don't remember all of them, but it went like this. It's a world of hatred, a world of pain. Yeah, you can tell it's kind of a downer song. It's a world of sudden death, my dear. Da, 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 da. It's a small world after all. Makes it easier to nuke it all. So yeah, you can see that even at 13, I had an odd sense of humor. Odd sense of humor. That's a nice way of putting it. Judging from what they do with kids today in school, I would have been sent to the guidance counselor many, many times. Many times. Vegas is corporate. You're right about that. It is. It is. I'm not the first one to say it. It is Disney World for adults, basically. Adult entertainment. I mean, there's stuff to do. It's just so freaking hot, too. I'm going to sound like a... But I never like the heat. And even if it's a dry heat, when it's 100 degrees outside, it's still hot. It's still hot, even if it's a dry heat. And I hate the idea about... there are different types of vacationers, right? There are different types. Some people like the beach. I'm not a beach person. Can't stand being at the beach unless I'm drinking, because I'm not a sun and fun person. So there are some people who like the sun and fun. There are some people who like Vegas or casinos. I'm not one of those people either. I am a big freaking geek. When I go, I like to go see historical sites. I like to go to museums. I like to do artistic events. Those are the things that I like to do when I'm on vacation. And one of the and if you're not with somebody who likes to do the same things you like to do, and you go on vacation with them, it's freaking horrible. That's what it is. Tower's not looking that bad, is it? I'm going to take another sip of my coffee. You know what I have to do? I have to do in this Jenga game. I got to do some reading. I got to do some. I have this book I'm reading through that I haven't touched for a couple of days, which I need to do, and then I actually need to work on guests to get on the channel and just do these conversations and have conversations with them and learn more stuff. Oh, look at that. A little bit of magic, huh? So I don't know if I'm going to be covering this. I might cover this story tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to cover tomorrow for this story, but there's a group of scientists who urged the CDC to grapple with or address the issue about poor ventilation in places like schools. I think it was other large enclosed places where many people congregate, because the virus can just hang around in the air. And the CDC really hasn't done a whole lot about informing people or dealing in workplace environments about how the CDC should give guidance on how organizations can get more ventilation, or how to do ventilation properly. I think this will, it's wobbling. I hear what you're saying. Do you record long Jenga video and just play parts daily? Oh, KCA, Randy. That would be far too clever for me, my friend. That would just be far too clever. See, what I don't want to is if the tower falls, I don't want it to fall into my coffee. What I should do is download all of these Jenga games I play and just do the crashes. Just make a montage piece of the collapses, one after the other after the other. Magic. Blazing Pope. I will go lie down while watching. Won't be typing. That's fine. That's cool, man. That's cool. If he pre-recorded, he's brilliant in anticipating our comments. Indeed. Well, that's the AI, right? You get a chat bot, some kind of Turing test, you know, consciously aware chat bot. Then, yeah. You're making a good argument for me not to do this live. I just got to get the right software, right? Yes. Someday I'll build a Jenga tower as far to get me up into heaven. And there I'll see God. Oh, see? Oh, no. See, talking. See, that helped, right? Talking to the Jenga tower helped, right? You all saw it. No. Well, that did not work out the way I hoped. That did not work out the way I hoped. Yeah. All right, that was left hand. We'll try right hand. I mean, maybe I could try it blindfolded. That would be a really quick game, I think. I don't think that would be a fast game. I think that would be a fast game. Jenga blindfolded. Yeah, right? All comes down. Well, the first tower, about 20 minutes for a tower. That's not bad. That's not incredibly bad. My ego is not bruised by a 20-minute solo game of Jenga. All right. Stacked. There we go. Oh, man. That was not the right way to do it, Andy. There. That was a premature decay. Well, the nature of the half-life of a Jenga tower, my friend, is indeterminable. It's only an approximation, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe that's something that's not true. Maybe there's something like an atomic clock. I like to say it's the Jenga uncertainty principle. You know it's going to fall, but you just don't know when. Of course, there's the corollary of the Jenga certainty principle where you know it is going to fall. There's no doubt that the tower is going to fall at some point. The uncertainty part is when. Tons of mice, tons of mice. Glad to see you can make it. All right. You're just in time for the right hand to take a shot. This is our special effects right here. This is our special effect spinning table. Da, 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 da. What happened? That shouldn't have happened. I think you should hire Mice as well as comedy writer. Well, hi, Mice. As a comedy writer? Well, let me tell you, churning out the amount of material I churn out in a day can be somewhat. It's amazing. I may not be good right now at the Jenga towers, but I do crank out a lot of material. I did a blog post earlier today on the blog, Laughing and Disbelief, about it was a Poe, of course, a satirical article about a young Earth scientist whose theory is tearing up the young creationist community. And his theory about young Earth creationism is that the fossils fell out of the heavens. Yes, that was my Poe this morning that I wrote. I thought it was clever. Judging me from my Patreon. Live stream once, mice. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. What I do is that I focus on a lot of the work, but not a lot of the promoting, which is one of my problems. Like I just want to create stuff, perform stuff, but promoting this stuff is not something I'm great at. I'm going to try my right hand again because I don't think that was really a good showing by my right hand. And what did I do? Like 2 blocks and the thing fell apart. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's interesting. There's we had on the late night show, we had the Satanic Chef on. Really nice guy. He actually lives not that far away from me, the Satanic Chef. And we talked about cooking. He is a professional cook, but he's not working right now because of the pandemic. And so, yeah, dude, people watch cooking. People love to watch cooking stuff, And also, it's funny you should mention segments. And this is an idea that I've had for the morning show, is that I've thought about having opening up the show so that people could send segments in that I could just splice in. Yeah. So I thought about that, just like opening things up, and if people want to send in a segment, then they could, if they want to do like commentary or something, I don't know. I have to tell you, I've been happy with doing the late night show on Sunday nights. It's a good time and a good format, I think. And also, I like working with Jack. I've been working with Jack for years. What I like about Jack too is that Jack always he may not like my humor, but he appreciates my humor, and that's one of the reasons why I like working with a guy. My atheist cooking idea would be more comedy. We present every time a specialty in which religion is forbidden, so you miss out being an atheist. No, that's cute. That's funny. That's right, tons of mice. Atheist news. Jenga Katao to heaven fails epically. Andy out of luck. Yep, going to atheist hell for that. Tons of mice. That's what I'm doing. Right, I understand, Theo. Right, right. I've also thought about maybe, I don't know, you can tell me if I'm full of crap or not, whether I could just do a live stream and just do some drinking. A lot of my ideas focus on I can do this and drink at the same time, which is not always the healthiest tendency. I'm thinking I could just sit down with a bottle of rum and a bottle of Coke and just read through a couple of books in the Bible. Yeah, or maybe some of the Old Testament, maybe one book at a time and just live stream it. I don't know if that would be popular or not. But like I said, it would be an excuse for me to drink, which may not be in my own best interest. I don't know. I've thought of it actually, I've thought of a couple of funny atheist bits regarding food too. Of course, I think they're funny. They may not be funny. I don't know. One of the common themes that I have found when I've talked to people who do stuff, comedy or perform online, whether they're YouTubers or not or whatever, is that the thing that they're most proud of, the piece of art or the video that they took the most time on, and the one that they think is the best thing they ever did, is actually not the most popular thing. So for an example, on my channel, the most popular thing I ever did was about a 50-second video about Pat Robertson. It took me maybe 15 minutes to do, and it got about 350 views, 350,000 likes, 350,000 hits. And I've done a lot, I've done some good work, some decent videos, some funny stuff too. And they just languish in the hundreds of views, maybe, while something I just slapped together in 10 minutes just happens to hit people's funny bone at just the right time. I talked with Steve Shives, who runs his own atheist Star Trek Big Geek channel. And we talked about it. And it's like, yeah, the videos he takes the most time on, the videos most artistically on point, are not the ones that his fans like the most. Or the ones that people don't appreciate. But, if I'm going to wax philosophic about art, artists do art typically for their own sake. It's a selfish activity in many ways. I got the Hall of the Mountain King in my head. Another Book of Job and Rum Coke bartender. I'm going to tell God what I really think. Well, the Book of Job is my favorite book of the Bible. I think it's the most honest apologetic. And all apologetics basically boil down to God's response to Job, right? No matter how many words you throw in there, no matter how much word salad you toss, it always boils down to God's answer to Job. I was just trying to figure out truth tables, and here I am exactly. But it's first more about building up a huge regular community so you get higher in searches and suggestion videos. But so many awesome have our small fan base. Well, this is true. I think when I have been the most successful in terms of blogging, well, the reason why I decided to do comedy blogging. And the only reason why I've gotten, and I don't want to like suck my own phallus here, but I'm gonna do it right now, is that the only reason why I've gotten so popular on the blogging platform, or gotten so many hits, is because I do comedy. And the only reason why I have done as well as I have on YouTube is because of comedy. There's not a lot of people who do what I do. And I try to masquerade a lot of my godless atheist stuff on the shorts sometimes, and even on my thumbnails for the morning show. One certain way to get a video demonetized is use the word atheist. That's what I've discovered. And there are tricks also. There are definite tricks to doing stuff on the internet, and to increase your reach organically, and to do. I don't really talk about it a whole lot. The only time I really start talking about shop, about either writing or doing stuff on the internet, is typically with other content creators. And I don't do it that often when I'm just hanging out, or when I'm doing the morning show. When I'm doing the morning show, it's pretty much doing news, comedy news, fun stuff like that. But yeah, when I start talking to other content creators and we start talking shop, I do like talking shop. I'm not going to lie to you. Yep, you're right about that. The comedy, drama, or yeah, and I refuse to do drama. It's one of the things I think. Yeah, I just don't like doing drama. There are people who do drama stuff, and God bless them, and they're good at it. And I have friends who do drama stuff. I've had people on my channel who do drama stuff. That's fine. That is what they're good at. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean I have to crap on it. It isn't for me. That's all it is. It isn't for me. I just don't want to do it. So the most I'll do it is roast Darth Dawkins or Flow State when they're on the channel, and shooting their mouths off. But otherwise, I just want to do what I'm doing. Where were you when I created this earth? Where were you when I elevated the things and the Leviathan and the heavens and the firmament? Where were you? Oh yeah, that's nice, huh? I'll take some more coffee. I tried ASMR. It's easy. Oh, really? Yeah. Good. Hey, James Henry, how you doing? I'm a Skylar Fiction. I don't think I know Skylar Fiction, Imaginary God. I was focusing on my tower. Skylar Fiction. Should I know that person? Oh, Leviathan. Yeah. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Indeed. From what I understand, I was watching, I think it was on Brainbug's channel. Jason Fox was on from Dragon and Genesis, and he was saying that Leviathan and Behemoth were supposedly in Canaanite myth. They were supposedly could mate, and the reason why they had to be separated from each other. So Leviathan and Behemoth had to be separated from each other, lest they spawn and create even more monsters in the world. Theo says, Skylar's an okay dude. Oh, good. I had such a tickling feeling sometimes when people explain something to me as a child. Now it's called ASMR. Oh, interesting. It's awfully wobbly. I don't know. No. All right. Oh, I think I found a spot. It's a huge beast. It is. You're right about that. Skylar and Dr. Josh had a show for a while. Oh, interesting. Because actually, let me tell you something. I'll tell you. There's someone over on Pathos, on the non-religious, blogging platform I'm on, and this new blogger actually just deconverted from Catholicism recently. So they were a Catholic blogger, and now they have seen the light. And now they just started blogging on Pathos non-religious. And I'm thinking about hitting her up and see if she wants to come on the channel so she could talk about her deconversion experience. I think that would be pretty cool. The Vice, indeed. Why I Divorced Leviathan by Behemoth. #1 bestseller. Indeed. Indeed. And the state is Leviathan. Good call. Good reference. I like that. I like it a lot. And once again, for those of you who may be coming in here late, Rush Limbaugh is no longer with us. He passed away earlier today. He had the lung cancer and just died earlier today. How about that? All the women call me Leviathan. Indeed. Is that what they say on their on the restraining orders, Dr. Mordecai? Sorry, couldn't help myself. Hey, Wild Eden, how you doing? I have a state reason close to that of Thomas Hobbes, who described the state as a legit violence monopole, the Leviathan, to protect us from chaos and self-justice. Indeed. I have the social contract. I have a copy of Rousseau's social contract around here somewhere, but I don't think I have anything about Leviathan in my personal library. Yeah, definitely, James Henry. I'm not missing Rush Limbaugh at all. Well, that did not work out well. Let's see. So it's very difficult to keep the Leviathan state in our interest and tame, not corrupted by various interest groups. Bush cried when Limbaugh died. Did he? I don't know. This isn't, well, there. I guess there's only one. There's Bush the younger now. So I'm not going to do another Jenga tower. I think my back is bothering me. Yeah, I did some exercise today. As many of you know, I already pulled my back a few days ago. I've been stretching. I got on the bike earlier today, and I'm going to do some more stretching. You like it when Andy tries to catch it? Oh, Amy, if that isn't a metaphor for life, I don't know what is. Trying to catch the crumbling tower, right? It does. Pain is not good. Pain is not good. So it's minor pain, but I'm going to take some aspirin and do some more stretching on the floor. And Laura Ingraham passed away. I'll jump for joy. Same thing for Tucker Carlson and Hannity. Yeah. For a while, I was doing these Hannity cartoons or comic strips, right? And had a giant potato. What did I call him? I called him Spuds Hannity. I thought it was funny. It wasn't very popular. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've been working my back because I know that if I don't try to strengthen it and stretch it and stretch the muscles, then things will just get worse. So, like I've talked about before, I've had when I was like 14, 15, I had a lot of back pains, stuck on my back for days or for hours, sometimes, a day or so. And it was pretty painful. So I want to avoid that. Yes, I want to avoid that. Oh, Spuds Hannity. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I said, yeah. In fact, I should be taking more hot showers. I do have a heating pad that I'll probably use. I'll probably use a heating pad, and I'm going to take a couple of aspirin too. Yeah, Lee Span. Yeah, the witch is dead. The witch is dead. Pilates helped my back pain. Yep. Yeah, I had a buddy who did Pilates, and he spoke very highly of him. No, she has rods in her back. Well, I want to avoid this is what I've discovered from my friends who've had surgery for a variety of different ailments. I want to avoid medicine and surgery if it's unless it's absolutely necessary. I've seen people go into surgery and they don't come out the same way. And I've seen people take medication and actually a few people, and it just does weird things. And I've taken medication too, and it's done weird things to me too. So I'm trying to stay as healthy as long as possible and stay away from medications. I have scoliosis, dude. I hear about. I know what you're saying. So when I was 14, 15, I was officially diagnosed with scoliosis, and I had to do all kinds of therapies. I still remember my PT therapy from like 30 years ago, 40 years ago. Yeah, all right. We'll call it 35 years ago. So, and those are the exercises I do today, really, to just straighten my back out and to strengthen the muscles. Of course, I have low muscle tone too, so that creates its own series of problems in terms of keeping myself straight, keeping my back straight. Yep, yep. I'm happy with the one rod he has. Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, it's funny. That's the argument against one of the arguments about how our bodies are not designed is how crappy our spines are at keeping us upright, right? I mean, if you had someone engineer our bodies, it wouldn't just be one column. Just one column wouldn't be supporting our thoracic cavity, our arms, and our head. I've heard, and I think this might have been in the book, Jerry Coyne's book, Why Evolution is True. We'd have three columns, right? One center column and two side columns to help distribute the weight evenly. Swimming is also good. Man, I have to tell you, I stink at swimming. I am. That isn't true. Tell me more, Lee. Yes, swimming. Back up, buck. Oh, so yeah, the swimming. I stink at swimming. It has to do with the low muscle tone, to tell you the truth. I mean, I will get in the pool, exercise and good food, as well as good mental health. Yeah, hygiene. Yeah, yeah. You're right about that. There are. That's actually part of the book I'm reading right now. Is Sanjay Gupta's book about staying sharp as we get older. I think we live beyond the years we were designed for. Well, yeah, people died. People died really early on the savannah, right? 10,000 years ago. We were like, what, 25 years old? And you could be just eaten by a saber-toothed cat or something, or by a bear, or from just a cut. You could just die from a cut back then. No antibiotics, no real medicine. Yeah. Yeah. So I told you this story before, I'm sure, is that when I turned 50, I was talking to my doctor, and he said, the warranty expires at 50. It's like, really? Yeah. Yeah. Things start happening after 50. It's like, that's great. And you're right, James Henry. Swimming is the only sport that uses all muscle groups. All right. All right. Well, I'm going to go and continue my journey of work and creative fun. Please check out the Lucian Greaves video if you haven't seen it already. I played it during the morning show, but I did drop it earlier today. If you could hit the like, that would be helpful for the algorithm. And I'm going to be dropping another comedy short later on tonight featuring this wacky Christian prophet person. And that's a fun video. I just finished that maybe a few minutes ago. I mean, before the show started. Well, yeah, that's right, Theo. If you're over 30, you've exceeded your natural life expectancy. The rest is gravy, right? Yep. Yeah, I'm going to use my heating pad. That's what I am going to do. I'm going to use my heating pad. All right, everyone. Tomorrow, sex uses a lot of missile groups. You're right about that. Lucian Greaves, solid person, good guy. And yeah, like I said, the video that I did was from our conversation last Sunday. And it was just a quick 58 seconds, 57 seconds talking about the book that helped spawn trigger the Satanic Panic. Michelle remembers, and that was the video from earlier today that I dropped. The next video tonight is going to be a 1-minute comedy bit about a Christian prophet, but I already said that. Well, I'm enjoying the gravy. Enjoy the gravy while eating. Yeah. When you tons of mice, when you turn 40, they say send a card for extending the warranty. When you hit 50, the card just says, haha, you're right about that. You are right about that. All right, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. I always have fun talking with you, and especially in this format, in this more open, relaxed format. It's quite enjoyable. So I'll see you tomorrow, right? Take care. Be strong.